Welcome to the Maximo Application Suite video series brought to you by Maven Asset Management. This video is part of a series highlighting Maximo mobile feature sets. This video will demonstrate how easy it is to set up Maximo Mobile. I'm going to show you this using an iPhone, but a similar process exists for different devices and whether you're downloading the application from Google or a Windows Play Store. So let's jump right into this. As you can see from my phone, I have two mobile icons. The black one, IBM Maximo Mobile for EAM, and the white one, IBM Maximo Mobile. So when you see IBM Maximo Mobile, that's specific for Maximo Manage 8, and the black one is specific for IBM Maximo Mobile for 761. So remember, with Maximo 761, you can utilize IBM Maximo Mobile if you have app points enabled. And if you have any questions about the differences of these two apps or how to enable your app points for 7612, please feel free to reach out to Maven at mass@maven.com. But now let's jump into it, and let's imagine that I, as a field worker, have downloaded the application. So I'm going to go ahead and process this, and again, the setup is the same whether it's for Maximo 761 or 8. And I'm just going to click on the continue, and now I have the option to read all the terms and conditions. I'm just going to go ahead and say I agree. And now I'm going to type in the service address. It is important to note here that in a Maximo production environment, it is highly unlikely that a mobile worker will be inputting the URL of the Maximo server. A more common use case is the application would be deployed via the organization's MDM solution. But let me just continue to show you this as we work through the demo, and I'm going to go ahead and type in the server address. And as I type in the server address, I'm going to then go ahead and show you the next screen that displays. So after I type in the address, immediately I get this dialog to say, okay, let's input the username and password. So the user I am going to be using is Eli, E-L-I. I input his username and password. And again, I'm going to follow the blue button. The blue button is used throughout the Maximo mobile applications to guide me through the specific either configuration item in this case or a workflow in another case. So I get this dialog. It's telling me I'm okay, what I can do with the application. Notice here on the bottom, I see this cloud with a little circle going round. That's the synchronization. That tells me the sync is in process. And now you can see that circle is gone from the bottom. So we're all set. And now I can go back to my main menu. In this case, I clicked on the X. I could also use the 9 dots that you see on the bottom right-hand side. That's the navigation that will always get me back to that home page. Now I can see my day of the week, my time. I can see the apps that I have access to. If I select any one of those, for example, my schedule, what I'm going to start to see, I'm also just getting a dialog here that lets Maximo say whether or not he can use my location. I accepted that. But again, I can see a dialog up top here where I can see different queries that are available to me. And there are other videos within the series that detail all the application features and functionality. But there's a couple other things that I want to highlight that I think are really important. One is the settings feature. Depending on the user, this may or may not be important. But again, there's some really important information. For example, the version of Maximo Mobile that you're using. In this case, it's 8.8. A lot of digits there. And then another one that's extremely helpful is help and support. If I click on help, and I'm just always using the arrows that are displayed to me, what's going to display is a Knowledge Center document, and I'm going to accept those cookies there, and I can now see help information, and I think I'm going to wait on submitting that information on IBM. But now I can see once I'm in here, again, I can see this real lots and lots of details about the mobile application, and I can scroll through this really quickly. May or may not, again, be important to me, but it is available to the user if he's trying to find some specific information. There's also log data, which can be extremely important. Maybe one particular user is having problems syncing their data with the Maximo server. This is where the log data comes in, really handy. You can enable that logging, and then also you can share logs. So if you wanted to text or email those to particular contacts that you have. And also, this is really important. What's the status? Okay, I'm signed in as user Ellie. I'm using Wi-Fi, and I'm in a connected mode. So a lot of great information that's available here. The last thing I want to show you as I click back on the navigation menu is notice on the bottom left right-hand side, there's a little person with a green. If I click on that, that tells me who I am, but also very importantly, it gives me the ability to log out. So I can go ahead and log out, and it'll give me that message if I want to confirm yes or no. So in this case, I won't log out. I'll come back home and highlight again how quick and easy it is to set up the new Maximo Mobile and synchronize it with your data so you can quickly perform your field work. Thank you very much.